In this session, I want to talk about some basic qualities that we should look for in mentors, things that you should look for in your own life or as you're looking at other mentors in your local church, things to look for in those mentors. So we want to look at 6 of these qualities. First of all, a mentor needs to be spiritually mature. I recognize how ambiguous that can be. What is spiritual maturity? How do you define it? We never arrive at perfect Christ-likeness, but in the same way that a certain level of spiritual maturity is required for church leadership or eldership, I think a mentor of students or of younger adults needs to have some level of spiritual maturity. That could look like the qualifications in 1 Timothy 3 and Titus 1, same qualities that are required of an elder or a deacon. A spiritually mature person is a person who practices what they preach. Your life is a life of deeds as well as words. You need to be spiritually discerning, be able to look through things that your mentor is saying or sharing with you and discern truth from error. And I would say also you should be actively involved in your local church and ministry, serving, using your gifts in some way. So as you think of possible mentors or think of yourself as a mentor, evaluate yourself to see if you are spiritually mature. Second qualification I'd see for a mentor is they need to be open-minded. We need to be able to accept differences in our mentorees, especially if you're mentoring a young adult, a college student. There will be differences in culture, lifestyle, beliefs, even some theology, differences in generations. And we need to be able to listen to our mentorees, interact with them, and accept those differences and not be judgmental. It doesn't mean we tolerate sin or heresy. We need to correct where correction is needed, but be open-minded. I've informally mentored a student who came to some biblical conclusions different from my own. They weren't heresy. And I listened to him, and he carefully articulated his views and supported them. I didn't agree, but I could still support him and encourage him and love him. And so we need to be open-minded as mentors. Third qualification, or third quality, a mentor needs to have good communication skills. This relationship with your mentoree is a great opportunity to work on communication skills, listening skills, which will help you in all of life. Listen without judgment. Don't be quick to jump in and correct or fix or tell your story, but listen without judgment. Clarify and confirm what you hear or what you think you hear your mentoree saying. Probe to uncover the reasons for actions. You're mentoring someone and they quit their job, and you think, why did you quit your job? Look for the reasons for what they're doing. Respond intelligently to keep communication going. Don't just grunt or nod, but actually interact with what they're saying. And in this culture, you as a mentor, when you're meeting with your mentoree, don't take text messages or phone calls or check your phone. Put it away. When I'm meeting with my mentoree, my phone's off limits. Anybody that's calling or texting, I can get to it later. And then be able to convey your own ideas without an attitude of superiority or I know better than you do, but interact graciously. A fourth quality, a mentor needs to have the attitude of being a lifelong learner. You have the opportunity to learn as well as your mentoree is learning. Look at this relationship as a chance to work on discipleship skills, problem-solving skills, listening skills. Mentoring college students has kept me young, and it's kept me learning things that I never would have learned or pursued otherwise. Learning how this generation of emerging adults thinks and processes is so valuable. A fifth quality of a mentor is they need to be responsible. Take this role seriously. Make it a priority. Don't shrug off meetings or don't even become a mentor if you really don't have the time to meet with a mentoree on a regular basis. Sometimes mentors will say, well, I haven't heard from my mentoree in weeks. Take the initiative, contact them, be responsible. The sixth quality is a mentor must be willing to use his or her network. A good mentor is willing to open up his or her network of people and relationships and even business contacts to your mentoree. Your mentoree is probably younger than you, doesn't have the same network you do, and by introducing them into your network, you open up opportunities for them that they never would have had.